Shouts out Big Steve.
Alrighty, what's up, what's up? Random ass show, UFC 307. Wasn't even meant to happen, and now it's happening with two guests. How are we, gentlemen? I didn't really get the memo about these glasses, but what's going on?
I'm just trying to match Chad.
Yeah.
My hero.
It'll be hard.
Keep that same energy, pal.
Yeah. Keep the energy, bro. When Chad is rinsing you on his picks head to head.
We've been on the same picks.
Don't spoil it, man. People are gonna tune out.
Oh, I don't know about this. We're probably head to head. We don't agree on UFC. It's pretty rare. So
All right.
we're gonna get some different opinions here. Whoa, what are you doing?
Okay.
What am I doing?
can't see. I can't see anything without my regular glasses.
What do you have to see? You just got to give analysis.
All right, we got Jake. Oh shit, the boy's coming in hot. Whatever
Jake
that word
Fagan.
means. Sneak
Cheers,
stream.
brother. He's always
Cheers.
around. He's a good fella.
He is. He's good. He's good. All right, let's get into it, right? So what do we got? Tim Means versus Court McGee. So I was very close to laying the juice on Means. And then, against my better judgment, said probably shouldn't do that. But I've seen Means lose this. I've seen McGee lose fights that he should win against strikers before, and people using his wrestling as to play his big number. But mate, he didn't beat Condit with his wrestling. He didn't beat Lima. He just had him against the cage for 3 rounds. People are not going to name any names. Also using this Max Griffin fight, he dropped them in rounds 1 and 2, and then he kind of wrestled them in round 3. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think Court McGee, really small margins. I think Means is a scrapper. I think Old Mate Dalby is a better version of Court McGee as well, who's 39 years old now. I don't think he has the power to knock out Means. But I mean, yeah, I think I just shouldn't really bet this minus 200 on Dirty Bird. But yeah, I think this fight is just priced really bad in every single sense. Tim Means' decision's horrible. I guess we're going to be talking about some Lambo pods, right? Because a lot of these fights are unbettable. So maybe McGee submission. That's what people are talking about. He loves to get subbed. He went for an arm triangle against Brahimite, maybe, just maybe. Maybe Timmy and Spano. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, those are really bad fighters, man. Brahimite and Claudio Silva. But yeah, I got nothing. What about you boys? What about Dogfather on down the bottom where he belongs?
I mean, Means KO probably bakes into a lot of his upside. So that is a little bit tempting at like plus 300, especially like KO 1, because he could probably KO Court. I don't think would be shocking to me at all. It's just hard to see it happening. He does seem like he's regressed a little bit. Obviously, he's 41, so Means are past to me. Court seems kind of done. I don't think his wrestling's that good either. Like, he didn't even get Morono down with the takedown. Like, they looked actually pretty awful shots, and the only reason he got Morono down was
guillotine pull.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't even think his wrestling's that good personally to get Means down. So it's Means or pass. I mean, if this line comes into like, I don't know, minus 150, I'll probably just suck it up and play Means or play the KO early.
Yeah, so I don't know, a little reminiscent of this podcast. 2 washed bums, they're chinny. Not myself, speaking of you two, of course. It's probably Means.
Oh man, you really slowed us down after those 2 quick breakdowns.
Yeah, now he's just rambling.
This is slow motion, absolutely slow motion, bro. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Seconds. What the fuck?
This dude's just yapping away.
Steve did a 5-minute breakdown. I can't talk for 5 seconds.
We're at 4 minutes. How did I do 5 minutes? Anyway, come on, tell us what you want to tell us. They're washed, they're chinny, yeah?
No, that was you.
Okay, yeah. Relevant?
No,
relevant.
So I do agree actually with Dogfather here. I think a likely outcome would be Means early KO 1-2. Court McGee win probably is very extended, would mean Means is very washed or gas at altitude, which is also not impossible. So I think maximum way to, optimize upside here is probably KO 1-2 for Means, but I got nothing.
Yeah, and he's probably going to grapple to Tim Means. It took him 3 rounds to get Fiala out of there.
The chat's talking. Fuck all of y'all.
He beat the shit out of Fialho, man. That was impressive. I know a lot of the boys were on it. It's I didn't have the balls to do it, but
one of the last me and NTT collabs on Bet365.
Yeah, nice. All right, I'll do a quick little breakdown of this fight because I actually have money on it, and it's not many fights that I have money on. Still have 3 units on T-shirt. I said that on early teas. I taped their first fight. What was it, like years ago? They're both in their mid-20s, and on Ultimate Fighter, and I didn't think Carlos Praza won that. You know, obviously 2 rounds, and then I thought round 2, clear Tisha Torres. You know, in today's day and age, you know, damage versus control, Carla just I mean, even round 1, she's just running away, gets the first 4th takedown stuffed, then hits one, then Tisha gets up, almost takes her back, then gets taken down again. Sure, you can give her round 1, but it's just slim margins. But I've been burned before on slim margins, right? I played her against Marina Rodriguez against her. I thought she didn't win that fight either. It looked like an absolute mess. Face was busted up and bleeding, gets a split decision. But yeah, I mean, pregnancy, you know, 2 years layoff, retirement fight, blah, blah, blah. Surely, right? I don't know if I'm going to be brave enough to keep three units just because Tisha does the bare minimum on the feet, especially with the takedown upside. But can Carla do it? Can Carla weasel another split decision here? What do we think, lads? Surely not. What do we think? Go, Chadwick. Get the long breakdown out of the way, so we can adjust.
All right. I don't know about the long breakdown thing. I think Tisha is the side. I think Carla, even without all the intangible issues, pregnancy, retirement fight, all things that are negative overall, Tisha's in great shape. She has, you know, decent takedown defense. I think she works up. Carla is going to do no damage. Her upside is laying on top, split decision nonsense. Tisha, you know, finish late or decision. Tisha, I sprinkled a little round 3. It's Tisha.
Yeah, that makes sense. What do you say, dog?
Not much to say. I think the line is fine. Like minus 175 is fine. Early line on Tisha is good, but not much interest from a betting perspective. Feel like the fight is relatively competitive. If Esparza has this weird way of making fighters like scared of her takedowns because I don't know why. It's not like she's gonna kill them once she gets them down on the mat, but she has this weird way of just like making fights close. And same thing with Tisha. But stylistically, though, it's a good matchup for her. So I get the price. Just not really super interested at the line.
Yeah, makes sense. I'll be honest. I had a little bit of cold feet after retaping. Just that fear of the takedowns could make the fight a lot more competitive. And then you're like, it hits the takedown with 10 seconds to go, and you're like, oh, come on. That's the only thing that happened.
It's like 60-40 on the feet, 65-35 on the feet. She hits a takedown with a minute left, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Shit judges, yeah, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake, does it worry you that the whole world is on the Pennington parlay? It does. It very much does. Especially Evan here. Evan, who is very vocal on Twitter on his position on Tisha, which I don't ever do on Twitter because I curse myself and I've kept quiet. And now Evan is cursing me. So please, Evan, keep quiet and be humble because yes, I know. Also, when Evan is very loud on Twitter, it doesn't go his way. I've been following it very closely, but hopefully the streak is broken here. Yeah, as my friend says, this is we don't get this opportunity often. A retiring pregnant girl with slim margins, you know, coming back for a paycheck.
I've had a retired pregnant girl pretty often. That's available at the bar every other weekend. All right, fellas.
I don't go outside.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway, let's move on. Well, as the old Lambo play, I wouldn't mind some Tisha sub, right? That back in the day, she got the back of that Lima girl off a takedown, rear naked choke, and she's been trying that often, right? She's been trying that. I seen her recently try it as well, and you know, Carlos Braza got rear naked choked recently, so you never know.
Yeah, well, that's why it was Tisha round 3 instead of KO3 because anything's live, especially at altitude. Altitude produces.
I think you're being greedy though. I think the sub is what playing a lot anyway.
No, I said round 3, not KO3.
Yeah, I know, but round 3, like, it could happen in round 1, could happen in round 2, you know?
Oh no, but I think a
Because it's like
Tisha
it's an
finish.
opportunistic back take off a double leg, you know.
Well, that's not how I see the finish. Really, I think a finish is really on Carla being totally quitty and gassing. Tisha's not much of a finisher at all. I think any finishes, maybe altitude, quitting,
All right.
the
Well,
Rountree
let's
play.
let's talk about this fight since you're already talking. Go on.
Sure. I love this fight. You can't tell me. Sorry.
What's
Did
that?
did you? You can't tell me on this one. Sorry. You didn't see my.
Yeah, you
No,
ruined
tell the
you
world.
ruined the line. You ruined the line entirely.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I ruined the line. They accepted $75 spread across multiple books. Uh, yeah, I'm on OSP Von Flu choke at 100 to 1.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, of course it's possible. Most likely outcome obviously is Span KO1, but Span is terrible. He's dumb. He will jump Gilly at the slightest provocation. Um, he might do that round one, end up on bottom, and then just juice his tank, especially at elevation. I see people betting like OSP sub 1-2, which I think is smart enough as well. Yeah, he gets blasted a lot of times, but you can't trust Span at juice ever. If he doesn't, just bet KO1. If he doesn't KO or Span round one, I guess, because it could be a sub, but he just can't be trusted extended. So, yeah, I'm just hoping for an OSP Von Flu round two, but it's a tough fight to bet.
Well, what do you say, dog?
Yeah, I bet OSP and I got off. I think the athletic. I think the
That's all.
athletic.
That's all it took.
Have you seen his ass in these new fight shorts?
That's all it took for me to get off. But
I wish it was that. I wish it was that easy.
it's that easy for me. But I think Span just. So I thought was the fight extended yada yada, but it's like what the hell is OSP gonna do in an extended fight? Like Kennedy is one of like the chinniest worst minute winners, at in the top 20-25 of the division, and he still was competing like with a 41-year-old OSP, and I don't really think much of Kennedy personally. I think Span would probably run through Kennedy and no problem. So this seems like a step up. Everybody's betting OSP. The line is getting tighter. I had a lean to OSP in his last fight, and I feel like that was the time to bet him because you took an inherent risk and you paid off big time at a much larger number. This is a harder matchup and it's a worse line. I'm out. I think Span Span probably runs through him in a round, to be honest.
Yeah. Go on, Chad. Did you want to say something, Chad? Something quick?
No. So he got to it because I was going to ask, just out of curiosity, what he thinks would happen with Kennedy versus Span.
Right.
But yeah, the most likely outcome is Span just blasting him very early. OSP is glacially slow at this point. So
yeah, I don't even know what the price is for like round one. Like I haven't even looked.
I think I'll play.
It's pretty shit, but
what is it?
It's like plus two for the KO. It's plus 280.
No, not KO, just straight.
It's like 50 cents less.
Probably worth it.
180. It's 180.
I might play some,
180.
honestly. I don't
180,
care.
180 for round one.
Span round.
That's all of Span's upside. If it goes out of that, he looks terrible.
I mean, maybe the under. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, now that it's a pick'em, I'm considering, but I haven't. It's both these guys
are blasting the over.
I don't know. Yeah, probably Gugabe or someone.
No, he's on Span. No, he's on the OSP money line.
That makes you know what? The first time I taped it, I strongly considered OSP. So I don't understand. Can't make fun of him for that one.
I don't.
But it's just a scary bet.
I like him.
Maybe someone can tell us why Evan is gay. All right, you want to take this one away, Dogfather?
Which one is this?
Porteria Almeida.
Oh, I mean, I have a bet on this fight. Yeah, I played the over. I feel like Almeida is not the most accurate striker in my opinion, and his footwork isn't very good. He's kind of like plotting and just chooses to march you down. Ihor actually isn't the worst. and I feel like he's improved a lot. I mean, the guy's only 28, 29 years old. He moved down from 205 where he was massively out physicaled and just, honestly didn't belong there. So I think, I think the line is wide, but I don't really have much interest because his cardio, and I just don't see him winning minutes like deep into this fight. But I do think the over is solid because he can put up enough resistance, maybe by like cage clinching or grappling a little bit to survive, and make this fight go over. Like I said, I don't think Almeida is the most accurate striker in the world, especially in MMA. Kickboxing, it's a little bit different because you have a ring. It's easier to cut the cage off. He doesn't necessarily do a fantastic job at it, and I think Ihor can kind of skirt around and make it close enough in the early going before Almeida starts putting the pace on him. So I played the over at +120. I think pick'em is fine. I kind of favor it to go over, and I think a lot of the folks playing the under, they're just thinking Ihor sucks, but Almeida's only really finished complete bums and Dylan Buka, which he might end up in that category as well. So, yeah, I think the over is pretty solid, to be honest. I think Ihor is a little underrated, so I like the over. I do expect the line to look a little bit tighter than it should, but because of that, I feel like Ihor going over is more so the path. So that's where I'm leaning, and that's where I bet it.
Fair enough. I was leaning that. I was just typing that over as well, but ultimately I passed just because of Pereira's gassiness and Almeida's pressure and how hard he hits. And he's very hittable, Pereira, but I think you got a little bit lucky with the Bresky fight constantly having nut shot breaks. And he's been knocked out before, round one. So I do think his chin is good, but it's happened, and so I think it's quite possible if someone like Almeida cracks him. So the gut was like tapered, and then the gut after the tape is like, just leave it. Like it's not screaming, it's a play, but that's what I'll probably play. And I'm really close to playing Pereira. I think he can win a weird decision.
I know, me too. I'm thinking about just playing Pereira decision just for a little.
Yeah, I think that might be a collaboration play live on air because I was on Almeida against Kopilov at slight plus money, and that was such a bad look, man. I think he's too green for MMA. What do you say, Chad? Moving on.
Everybody's like, oh, he's training with Poatan. Oh my God, the dude's like 36, turning 37. Yeah. Is he really going to get that much better?
No, well, Poatan's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, whereas I think Almeida is quite clearly a white belt.
Yeah.
Go on, Chad.
So similar thoughts, slightly different results. I played on
Almeida
Unibet. No, I played on Unibet's Canby for Canadians, Caesar and over 1.5 rounds at +175. So I'm playing the over. I do think he wins the vast majority of the time. But yeah, I think it goes over. I like that to kind of, get a nice plus money on the money line. So
nice. Yeah. We're in agreement. Alexander Hernandez versus Hubbard. So this was the first one that stuck out at me on early tees. Didn't look into it in time, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. And now I'm definitely going to be playing Hubbard at this line. Kind of feels accurate. But you tape Hubbard and you just get reminded that he's a whole lot of nothing. Going to splits with Roosevelt Roberts and even the Michael Figlak. Is anyone surprised that was a unanimous decision win? That should have been a split loss at worst case.
Don't
bring that up to dog, bro.
Please don't remind me.
Too late. But yeah, I mean, you look at Hernandez, and even when he's fighting like patient, he's still gassing. He's still getting dropped by like freaking Bill Algeo of all people. He's up at lightweight now. Sure, that's his last win against Jim Miller, but that was competitive from start to finish. And then he lost a 3-round comprehensive striking fight to Thiago Moises at lightweight. So he's never at juice. Maybe I should have just locked it in without any tape. But now, I guess now I'm just going to leave this fight completely and watch it. Watch how Alexander looks. If he's patient, if he's out there dropping Hubbard, just like beating the shit out of him, Hubbard live bet for sure. I think he would be coming back with a vengeance. But otherwise, if it's a patient, slow fight, probably plays out pick him. Who the hell knows? That's it. I don't know who wants to go next. Maybe Dogfather again.
I bet Hernandez at -135.
Oh no, here we go.
I just there's a lot of red flags on Hernandez, and I think that's why the line is what it is. But I do think that Hubbard being plus 110 to anyone in the UFC who I think has a somewhat competent game, I'm probably going to end up fading them or playing the other side. I just, I get it. Hernandez is a favorite. He kind of goes out there and spars. I mean, so does Hubbard. But Hernandez at 55 is a lot better in my opinion. I think he's the cleaner striker. I think he's got more power. I think he's got a more dynamic game, and he's a minus 130, and he probably has the finishing equity. So outside of the downside of him, like I guess gassing, etc. But he's gassing to guys that are far levels above of Austin Hubbard, in my opinion. I don't really view Austin as like a UFC level guy. I think he's like a mid-tier guy. I think he probably is like an LFA champion type of guy, maybe CFFC. So I don't really rate Hubbard at all. And his upside is like a close 29-28 decision, like the Figlak fight. And Hernandez has most of the finishing equity. So yeah, I'm gonna bet Hernandez at minus 130. There could be some upside if he comes in here and bonks him. I mean, the last guy who Hubbard fought that was like a semi-decent striker was Holloway, who was rocking him all over the place. Obviously, different style, Holloway pushes the pace, but Vince Pichel was rocking this guy at like 38. And if you're telling me Vince Pichel is rocking you, I think that Hernandez could sit back and counter him. So yeah, I like Hernandez. After round one, I'm hoping he comes out and has a good round one. And maybe if I'm feeling sketchy about it, I could just live that off. Is kind of how I'm feeling if I feel weird about it. But at this line, it's to me, it's Hernandez or pass. He's got all the finishing equity. In my opinion, he's the better fighter. He's the better wrestler too. Like I think he's just outside of cardio. I think he's just better than him everywhere.
Right. Go on, Chad.
Yeah, Hernandez or pass.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I guess Hubbard would have to be a live bet. I thought maybe Hernandez's decision, but man, it's just another shit line. Everything's so priced so well.
Sell him too. I know that it's not mentioned at all, but like,
yeah, maybe I don't know.
Hubbard is not good, man.
Yeah, that was such a outlier that you can't even be explained. You can explain him catching Dariush, but how do you explain? He just outgrinded OM. Can sense the bitching when this anatomy goes to a split, for sure.
Sure, Hernandez split, yeah.
Gross, but could be valued. Correct.
Can't wait for Hernandez to knock him out.
Yeah, well, he should probably throw something, unlike the freaking Hernandez, the Damon Jackson fight.
I know, and then he like actually starts fighting in round 3 and just drops him brutally.
Yeah, isn't it annoying when like they give these fighters someone that they can run through in round 1, but then they don't take advantage of it? Like the game plan is to take him long. It's like, man, you got an easy 3-minute fight there. Just go home, knock him out, and who cares if you have shit cardio? Just
I honestly think it was the drop down to 45 that made him look way worse. To be honest.
Probably.
He said his dick didn't even work at 45.
Yeah.
Look how Chepe handled freaking All Might.
Yeah, well, Damon's changing weight classes now.
Yeah, it's probably better for his chin, to be honest.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Another fight that I have a bet on, and that's probably it for the card. I mean, two female fights. Like, God help me tomorrow. Almost $1,000 on Lucinda to win like $750. I didn't get a whole 1,000 on there. I don't know why. I think it was a limit on Pinnacle. And yeah, I mean, I don't feel amazing on her at this price. I definitely wouldn't be playing Lucinda at minus 200 or close. I think it's going to be competitive.
By the way.
Yeah, a little bit. Hopefully not too much so I can potentially hedge, but I don't know. I have to see. I mean, her wrestling's not the best. She kind of just hits body locks, but Marina Rodriguez takedown defense is not good at all. So 37 now. Showing some wear and tear, getting hurt more often. I used to think her chin was elite. So, yeah, I mean, this could just be like, just leave it. You got 40 cents worth of value CLV. Let it ride. Fuck it. But I understand. I know Nick played Marina. The boy Parky played Marina. I get it. I'll probably donate too. Yeah, 2 squares. But you got to give the squares some airtime as well sometimes. So just like this show.
That's why Dogfather's here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too late, but that's fine.
All right.
Yeah. What do you got, Chad?
Similar thing. I got early Lucindo, 1.75. I don't know what that is in your American numbers.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's minus 130.
I just said doesn't matter.
Minus 130. Minus 130.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's the clear side at that price. We'll see how much it comes back in. It might hit like minus 150 if people go a little wild. She has clear upside. I think Marina has a lot of red flags. I think Lucindo can sub her extended. I have that money line early, but a little sub sprinkled 2-3. We'll see how it goes. What do you got, Andrew?
I have a pretty big bet on Lucindo as well at minus 127 range, or probably 128. I have probably 128 average, I think. And yeah, I share the same sentiments. I kind of rate Lucindo as a prospect personally. A lot of people are talking about the striking, but Lucindo's striking defense statistically is one of the best in the division. I know her competition's not great, but I mean, still a very impressive stat. She's super young, seems to be, in my opinion, a top prospect. And I feel like if she wins this fight, from a market perspective, she's going to be a massive favorite moving forward, probably regardless of matchup. So at minus 127, I wanted to take a big position to, invest in Lucindo's potential future and obviously the grappling upside in this fight. So yeah, I'm in pretty decently sized. I feel like, like I said, if she wins this fight, her future line's probably not going to be better than anything under minus 200, just because of the age parity as well. So yeah, I think it's Lucindo's spot. I'm okay with the CLV. I'll probably leave it as well. So,
all right, community bet. So,
market mover, the MMA line movers in here. Look at us.
Yeah, someone's already moved it long before, but all righty. Stephen Wonderboy versus Buckley.
I'll take this one.
All right. It's a dog or pass for me, but I don't have a strong read. So go ahead, Chad.
Yeah. So initially I went in before tape. I was like, I want to bet Buckley. And then I taped it. I was like, you can't bet Buckley. Listen, Wonderboy has been grappled by elite grapplers. Elite grapplers have struggled to top time him. They do no damage. They struggle to have any sort of threat submission wise. And people, he got submitted by Shavkat had to work his ass off to get there. Wonderboy was all the way in that fight, and Shavkat is levels more dangerous than people that are levels more dangerous than Buckley. I think Wonderboy has very good first level takedown defense. It's hard to get inside his range, and if you do, I think he actually has a good chance of stuffing Buckley off the rip. Chain wrestlers are what get Wonderboy a little bit more, and that's why Bilal had an easy time with him, because he was able to chain techniques and work him against the cage and whatnot. And Bilal's very good. He's champ for a reason. Buckley doesn't have that savviness. He's more of a brainless, explosive guy. So he's going to struggle to get within range. He better explode early and then just pray that he can stay on top. His top game stinks. He's going to be no sub threat. If Wonderboy wants to let himself give the back, get up, Buckley can't do a goddamn thing. A loss here would mean that Wonderboy doesn't pull the trigger at all, or he's washed. It's clearly Wonderboy or pass. I'm waiting till Saturday just because the lines and Buckley keeps taking action. But yeah, it's got to be Wonderboy, fellas. I don't know what we're doing here.
What do you say, dog?
I agree. I think I'm pretty close to Wonderboy myself. I mean, I share the same sentiments as Chad. I just
keep agreeing with me.
I think it's going to be a big levels difference, especially on the feet. And, you know, I don't care if Wonderboy is washed. I think Wonderboy, washed or not, is one of the best strikers, you know, in this division still, even at 41. So Buckley's chin has been suspect at times as well. He rushes into the pocket. He could get countered. I think Wonderboy's KO definitely is a decent way to play it, but the money line is fine. I mean, maybe he can compete in some rounds and touch Buckley up on the feet, especially with the new control versus damage argument. So I think it's a bit wide. Don't know. It's kind of hard to cap it because I don't know how Buckley's going to fight. So I am tempted to possibly just wait for like a live line because maybe Wonderboy gets taken down and the live line shoots out to something crazy. And then I can enter, and I can also get an idea of how washed Wonderboy looks. So I think that's probably how I'm going to choose to take it because I want to see how Buckley's game plan is. And if Wonderboy does get taken down, I can kind of get an idea of how the fight might play out.
Right. Parky, you're going to make Chad, you're going to make Parky donate.
We can donate together, Park.
One last thing before I let you go, Steve.
Sorry, I just figured out I could mute you from my end.
That was rude.
That's
one
very
last thing.
Are you muting him?
No, I'm not this time.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Come on.
So, one last thing.
No, you said that like 3 times already, dude.
I'm looking at the Wonderboy no scorecards plus 200, and I'm gonna wait. We'll see what gets cooked on the line. The money line proves the no scorecards will as well. But I think Wonderboy getting subbed here is insanely low percentage. I see people talking about Buckley sub, and I think they're not mentally well.
You're not meant to give any airtime to people that are donating to those subs. That's just
but there's plenty. We'll get into that as we get to the main card. But Buckley could land like anything on the feet. Anything could happen. But I think Wonderboy should be favored to finish. Honestly. So
you already had your turn, and now it's come back to you. Now you're breaking down the fight again.
No,
you went first. We get it. You got to play on Wonderboy. That's your favorite play. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Harrison decision.
What is it? Wonderboy decision.
Harrison decision plus 120.
Yeah, that's how I'm leaning, but I can't get past the fact that when Vieira was taken down, she was instantly mounted by McMahon. It's one of those ones where really good takedown defense, but could be an absolute fish off her back. I mean, we saw her lose the fight to Yana Kunitskaya, and those elbows were brutal. And they were from guard too. How are they going to be from mount, from Kayla Harrison, right? But also, I feel like there's some value in Vieira because her hands are so good, but she's also gassy. How gassy is she going to be when she's getting ragdolled? How gassy is Kayla going to get? Because she's going to get a lot more resistance than from freaking washed Holly Holm. I don't know. I'm leaning the over, but it's minus money, almost minus 200. I guess it's kind of like, I like it when you just have to fade one thing. You're just fading Kayla Harrison KO, I guess. That was like last week, just fading Brito guillotine or something. And then today it's just fading Almeida knockout over Pereira. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just can't. If Harrison takes her down and mounts her and starts pounding on her and it's an easy feat, I'm going to hate myself for playing that over. But yeah, I got nothing here. But I feel like I got a good read on this fight, how it can play out. It's just I don't know what to play. What about you, dog?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm leaning overs. I'm leaning Vieira's money line having a lot of value, but at the same time, I'm like, feel like I could just donate. I feel like the downside is like awful. So I feel like the only way to play it is just taking a poke on Vieira and just leaving it and hoping for the best. Hoping I'm there if she wins. And when she loses a 29-28 split decision, I'd cry. About it.
Or maybe play the other 2.5 and then hedge with Kayla inside.
With Kayla KO or some shit.
Yeah, the number's not big enough. That's the issue.
Yeah, it's plus 280 or something like that.
You just don't know what round it's going to come in because
You just play. Well, you can just
Pereira
play.
also slows down. So it could be
You
like
can just play.
attritional. It could be
Yeah, it's
round
probably
one.
one. It's probably 1 or 2. It's probably not 3.
Well, you never know. That's when Yana Kunitskaya busted her up, and she
That was
usually
late. That was late though. That was over 2.5 though.
yeah, but that's because Yana was like on her back for most of that round, and once she got on top, she just
It was
ate shit. Yeah. And she lost round 3 to Eubanks as well. So that's usually when she gasses and gives up. But I don't know. It just all depends what Kayla's cardio looks at round 3 at bantamweight. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, the panty fight was pretty bad too. That she had her back and then same shit, got reversed and ended up on bottom and didn't even care to get up.
Yeah, now that I'm more talking about it, her margins are so slim. A lot of these dogs are like slim margins, like McGee and Esparza and
Hubbard.
OSP, Pereira. I mean, just like, oh man, like, yeah, Hubbard. Probably Marina has the best dog upside because she does a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't know. Even Wonder Boy, like, he'll be landing his pitter patter punches and he just gets fucking double legged into oblivion. All right. I taped this fight properly for the first time, and I don't know how anyone can have a strong read on this fight. I wish you all the best for all the people laying Kevin Holland minus money. I get it. But, yeah, I don't think he's fought a style like this since Vettori. I went back and watched it. He kind of did all right against Vettori, but he still lost. He was on the way to 30-27. Vettori not the best wrestler. I think Delize is better. I think Delize is he's probably going to go down that path because he's going to notice the massive speed difference on the feet. But yeah, then I'm not really interested. I mean, Holland, can crack him. He's just both these guys are inconsistent, and they're inconsistent in the way they fight. So I can't really get a proper read. And now that the line has come in, I'm not really interested in the leads at slight plus money. I look at the overs, and man, the overs just minus 200, and for the go the distance, minus 200. So, Jesus. What about you, dog? You got Holland. You tell me what you like about him.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I don't really like the Delize's wrestling. So I think he's not necessarily like a great top control guy either. Like he just kind of is a leg lock guy, I don't really care that he won some. He didn't even win. Stop calling this guy like an ADCC level grappler like he fought at the, in Abu Dhabi. He didn't.
He won the trials.
Yeah, the trials. But people are acting like he's like a champion of the actual ADCC. He's not. So, I mean, I think he's a decent grappler. He's really physical. His striking, I guess, has improved a little bit, but he's slow. His cardio's bad. His wrestling's not very good. Holland should be able to light him up on the feet and keep his distance. And if he does that and avoids like Delize's blitzes and running at him, aimlessly, then he should look like a massive favorite. I don't really see Delize having like a ton of consistent top time if Holland's just like trying to get up, which he seems like he's a little bit more, urgent to get up. I think back in the day, like, the Vettori fights, I think he's, the Vettori fight, like the Brunson fight, I think he's matured a little bit. And I feel like this is a pretty good stylistic matchup for him. I think he's got a lot of upside. Roman's been I mean Holland got rocked by Mikhail, which was pretty crazy and MVP, but I think striking wise those guys are better than Delize. Delize's been getting rocked a bunch. I mean, it's not like he has like a granite chin. So round 3 to Smith wasn't the best look either. I know it was short notice, but I mean still Anthony Smith making you gas out's kind of crazy.
It was like a week's notice.
Yeah.
But yeah. All the best to you, I guess. What about you, Chad? You want to add anything on that?
Yeah, I'm on the Holland side as well. Delize fucking stinks. I don't know what else to say about Delize fucking stinking. This dude sucks ass.
Right. They'll do that. I think that's enough anyway.
Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna say Holland round 3.
True as well. Yes, Holland round 3 I think is very live.
It's pretty much stealing Parky's play.
So Parky and I are on the same page. Hell yeah, Parky. We're rocking and rolling this week.
Not me.
Holland. Well, yeah, but he's a round 3. But Holland is basically Black Imavov.
I just want to call out 6 Hound and say, mate, don't talk to my 2 guests like that, please. They're nice fellows.
Oh, come on.
Anyway,
all right,
continue.
hold on. No, wait. I gotta respond to that dude because he said some mean shit to me earlier.
I'm joking. He's talking about Delize and Holland, but anyway, you missed it.
No, but he said something mean. I remember that fucking name.
Oh, we're not going back to freaking 17
I'm
comments
gonna
ago.
go research this guy. He said something mean. I was holding it in. I'm coming for you, 6 Hound. But Black Imavov is a good description. I don't care. Fuck him. Honestly, could we address like what my tweet? I said I'll spill the beans on Evan. Like, let's fucking.
I'm gonna make a coffee, and then when you're done, just go on to Aldo Bautista.
Wait, so well, I'm not gonna spill the beans on Evan without you here. I'll wait. Let's just sit here in silence, Andrew. No, Andrew sounds. Let's just sit here.
It's recorded, isn't it? We can turn it back later.
Yeah, well, this is live, but like, wrap it up.
Do you wrap it up typically?
No, honestly, if we're gonna talk that, I don't believe in condoms. Like,
you just tell the girls you're allergic to latex.
I'm allergic to latex and lambskin. So listen, we got one choice here, baby. So this is what's going on.
Lambskin? They have lambskin in Canada? That's what you guys use?
Well, you got latex or lambskin. What else do you got?
That's actually a thing? I didn't know that.
Lambskin condoms, yeah. Well, yeah, me neither.
I actually did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's the
all right, so spill the beans on Evan. I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, well, hold on. So yeah, the whole thing with condoms is that you know the original condoms that they took all right, excuse me. So the original condom, how they made it work is they took intestines from a lamb. Did you know that? No, I'm talking to myself. I got 2 idiots here. Fucking talking to myself. Been up for 20 hours. I gotta go to sleep.
Break down the Aldo fight.
Fuck you, bro. Don't walk away from me and tell me what to break down.
Aldo Bautista. That's what you weren't gonna spill the beans on.
I will, but I thought we were talking condoms first.
No, I'm over condoms. I don't need them. Okay. I don't even talk to women, Chad. I don't have a problem.
Right. So initially what happened is they would use they would use animal intestines as a condom before latex. And shout out my boy NTT because I mean Italians they were rocking animal intestines before condoms were mainstream. And what advanced civilizations that were not Italian did is they took the condom, they took the intestines out of the animal first before they use it as a condom. NTT and his ancestors were just plowing away at goats, lambs, sheep, whatever you can name it. These Italians are disgusting. Okay. One thing I'll say on here, you guys said I don't say anything controversial. Italians, not white people. Okay. We don't fucking claim you. NTT, disgusting. You're not white. Don't ever pretend to be white. All right.
So what fight are we up to?
Pereira Rountree.
Are we actually?
No, we're still in this fight. We're killing time. Chad, have you tried using an empty Doritos bag? No, I have not. Oh, what's up, Dave? What's up, Dave? But I didn't address Evan. We can address Evan right now. You guys want to do
this fight, bro? I don't want to be on here for 17 hours.
Well, we're done in 20, 30 minutes max.
Yeah. I'll be leaving and I'll be letting you go if it goes for another 30 minutes. Go on. Have you spoken about this fight at all?
No.
He's been rambling about condoms.
Yeah, fuck, the things that he never used in his life. All right.
Yeah. How did you know?
Well, I haven't. Yeah, look, I'm the same, guilty, but I haven't taped this fight, so I can't talk about it anyway. So you
Your
go,
Oh,
ass must be destroyed.
I take this one.
Is the line accurate? It seems like it's accurate, right? It's settled.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
not,
I really like Bautista, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards like minus 150 being accurate, like 60%, just because the age and the pace dynamics. Adler just doesn't throw enough unless he's cracking him. And if you give me the guy who's 8 years younger, trajectory, cardio, volume, I'm gonna favor him in the matchup. So and maybe some grappling upside. I mean, he should be the favorite. And that's kind of where I left it at. I didn't see like a massive edge in the line though.
fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not fading Aldo. I agree. The premise is right, correct, but I'm not going to put money against Aldo.
Cool. Makes sense. I mean, yeah. This pay-per-view has been very accurate with their lines, and it's settled. It's not moving anymore, so I feel like I don't have to tape it. That's where it's going to stay.
Yeah, what's the edge?
Yeah, that I have some sort of read that the rest of the market doesn't have. So, all right. Speaking of reads, this one's been moving up and down a bit. Raquel Pennington, Juliana Pena. I did 2 or 3 fights, and I'm flip flopping, man. I mean, Raquel Pennington's a popular favorite. I kind of get it, but like not really. She loves to clinch, and then Juliana Pena is gonna get into a clinching fight with her. Maybe Evan can pipe up in the chat because he parlayed her, and a bunch of others parlayed Pennington. What do you think? What do you think, Doug?
I bet Pena at plus 155. I just expect the minutes of this fight to be very competitive, and I think that Pena is the better wrestler. She can take her back, and you know, honestly win rounds just by hitting that body lock takedown that she does on everybody. Like, I know it's just the same takedown, rinse and repeat, but she's getting down everybody with it. So I can't imagine that she doesn't try to get Pennington down. Pennington has issues with physicality. So I think her run is definitely a little bit overrated. Macy flaking, split to Ketlin, and then MBS pretty much giving the fight away. I think her run is super overrated.
I think that's a bit disrespectful. A bit disrespectful to. I think Mara Bernard Silva's just never been that good. Rather than
I agree. I mean, but she still was taking her back when she was gassed out. So
true.
And the Ketlin fight was like razor close, and the Chasson fight was razor close until Chasson essentially just like got stuck in a 10-finger guillotine. So yeah, I like Pena's aggression. I like her
address Evan's comment.
What did he say?
I don't know if there's a better back take-up. I think Pena, only one of these girls is rear naked choke Amanda Nunes.
Only one of these girls has actual.
Amanda Nunes had Hep C, COVID-19, and AIDS in that fight. If we're gonna be honest.
Well,
only one of these.
Two of those.
And only one of us has all 3 during this podcast. But still, that you can't count that fight.
Considering you admitted to not using condoms, I think we know who that person is.
That wasn't me. No, all right, H. pylori. All right.
Well, give us your breakdown, Chadwick.
Yeah, it's not one I'm like jerking off to bet. Pena has a way of pulling things out of her ass, but Pennington probably more reliable and bettable over 5 rounds. Just like, well, what's the edge? Pennington to win like 3 rounds out of 5 that were like not crazy clear because she doesn't do much. And Pennington's tough, but like stinks. Like, there's no giant edge here. Minus 160. Like, just fucking bet other fights.
I'm wondering why people are hammering Pennington at this line though. What's the?
Well, I thought they were betting Pena. The line was closing in tighter, right?
No, well, I know a lot of people that have bet Pennington, and she's been a perennial underdog, and she's been winning, and now she's a favorite over a girl that's not really going to go away. So
she has a more coherent game, but it's WMMA. We've learned our lesson. Like, fellas, how many times we got to do this? They do not separate. Women are not to be trusted. Why I said this on a recent podcast about which one was it? It was like a -400 fight, and I was like, they're not to be trusted. Literally within the last 2 weeks, and then they lost. You can't trust women. They don't separate on margins. They stink. Raquel, she will not separate. She might win a clear decision. She will not separate. You know, don't bet it. Stop, please, fellas. Don't do it.
Just donate to Wonderboy instead.
No, I didn't say decision. I said Wonderboy no scorecard. Is he going to KO him round 3? I'll tell you that, boy.
What about this? What about? Oh, here we go. That's a good one. What about Pennington sub? That's a bit of a low-hanging fruit, right? I think that 10-finger guillotine is live.
All right, let me call my expert on this NTT.
Yeah, right.
The Lions, he must not be paying his phone bill. I don't know how that happened. You suck. Andrew, you fucking bitch. You can't afford to pay your phone bill.
He probably played that same little African in ONE FC like you did.
He did. Yeah, he fucking mushed us all, this fucking cunt. He's
Anyway,
in here. I know he is.
Well, yeah, he is. He just hasn't come back to that. So, yeah, what do we agree? Dog or pass?
Yeah.
No, pass.
Evan seems to think the sub is live on Pennington. It's just that it's a low-hanging fruit. We've seen her get guillotined by Gerandamin. And this girl has gone. She defended Misha Tate's takedowns for 3 rounds with a guillotine, and a couple of them were close. So I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those obvious ones, and she has 5 rounds to get it. If it was 3, but like I'm puffed from walking up the stairs. Jesus. Yeah, proper shortness of breath there. All right. Yeah, let's move on. Main event. So I thought I'd be liking Khalil Rountree, but now I don't know. I feel like a bit of a levels fight. Obviously,
you read Gugabe's breakdown, change your mind.
I don't even know how to describe Gugabe's breakdowns, but they're unique. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he's big, but you know what? I think Khalil might counter him. He might counter him once or twice. If he plays on the back foot, he obviously is going to be exposed to the calf kicks and the long range weapons. But he might, if Pereira gets really aggressive like he did with Adesanya, man, the counter is there. He's really good on the back foot. So I have to look into it some more. I think if Khalil fights smart, if he strikes smart, sets his own traps, Pereira can be knocked out. He can make mistakes. He's not some amazing. He lost like what 3 out of 8 rounds against Izzy on the feet in the UFC, and then a bunch of others in kickboxing. Yeah, but it was pretty much KO or bust against. Well, why can't Khalil? Who's probably the best. He's probably the best striker he's fought a light heavyweight. Like what? Is Jiri a good striker? Like can't check kicks.
Bro, Jiri would eat fucking Jacoby's asshole.
That's fine. That's because it's MMA. But like in terms of technical striking,
they would be striking 15 minutes.
Jiri has no striking defense whatsoever.
Jan.
Yeah, he checked kicks and he kept landing on Pereira. He kept landing, kept snapping his head back.
But that was also at elevation, by the way.
Yeah, he's good though. He also kept jabbing up Adesanya. He's got that really long reach.
Jan is 10 times the striker that Khalil. Khalil stinks, man. This I don't understand what people are doing here. So,
man, everyone stinks to you today.
No, not everyone.
Just say Pereira sub and move on.
No, I don't say everyone stinks.
We don't talk about Pereira sub.
Yeah, we're not mentioning that. I don't respect people that bet that. No, I don't say everyone stinks, but like, dude, Khalil is what 8 months, 9 months removed from getting lit up by Jacoby for a couple rounds. Like, well, listen, this is a ridiculous title fight. Okay, he beat Anthony Smith. Jacoby won that fight. This could very easily be Jacoby in this spot instead of fucking Khalil. Like, he's not a good striker. He's hittable as fuck. Parky, you're losing me here. He's hittable as fuck. Like, it's a puncher's chance. That's what Khalil has. And yeah, so to mention your point about countering, so what he's going to try to do is, which he's done a bunch in the last few fights, he's going to try to counter the leg kicks, right? And the way I see it going is that he's gonna get leg kicked a few times, and he's gonna try to come counter it, and then he's going to get fucking clapped by a fucking hook. I'm telling you. So against the like real shitty opposition, he's landed a few counters off leg kicks. I don't think that's a good way to try to approach Pereira. I think he'll commit to it hard, and he's going to get clapped. Yeah, probably KO2 Pereira. Quote me.
This is the type. Oh, what the fuck is this? The type of people we're dealing with. Let me change it up. Let me change it up. Tabs. BR betting. Alex Pereira to win by sub. Most bet prop so far. What is this? This is the donation, right? This is the bookies putting him submitting someone on embedded. So because they're like, we have to make money on this card. How are we going to encourage the public to bet?
Jewish better.
I know about
Natty
him.
Bets. NTT.
3 sharps. What about you left Evan out? The sharpest
Evan's
of the lot.
Not sharp.
Oh, true. You said it, not me.
Oh, someone's
I don't know. I can't be. Evan's on the warpath for anti-Semitism, so I won't talk bad about him. He's my soldier. Probably the biggest.
NTT's in the chat. Oh, NTT, come in here and fucking give your opinion. Shut the fuck up. He's in there. Akai Fueled Mountaineer. He wants to talk in the chat. I gave him the link. He won't join. Shut up. You bet this up, bitch.
Over or under in the main event?
Over.
I'm seeing some people playing the over. So the Sando, one of the sharp boys. Over 1.5, over 2.5, over 3.5. I think that's a little bit.
No.
Aggressive.
Over 1, maybe. I think you can see like a late Pereira KO round 2, maybe round 3. Depends what Khalil does, how suicidal he is, right?
Well, he's negative. He's very negative, but then when he counters you, he gets like he's pulling people in. Like he's preserving his cardio. Could be a lot of staring, to be honest. But then it depends on Pereira, how aggressive Pereira is. Because you look how aggressive he was with Hill. I thought Hill was going to make it to like, rounds 2, 3 or something.
He made it.
I remember I was like, oh, how much money do I put on the under 4.5? I was like, nah, I'm being too scared. Ends in freaking 2 minutes, not even that, of round 1. I was like, the under 4.5 rounds was minus 200. Can you believe that shit?
I think getting baited into betting overs, over 1.5 I get, but like more than that, Alex is going to try to murder him relatively soon into the fight. He might chill because it's southpaw, right? He might like take it a little easy, but he's going to try to murder him relatively soon.
Well, he had issues when Izzy switched to southpaw, which is why I kind of like the over, because his calf kick's not available and his left hook's not as available.
Yeah, but he kicks from anywhere.
He kicks legs from both stands.
Yeah, Khalil's a good leg kick checker. I mean, his leg kick defense is pretty solid.
This is live. All right, let's kick it. What's the 2 best bets, everyone? And then I might just parlay him. Because this is such a out of nowhere podcast.
Okay. Well, hey Steve, what was the last time we parlayed?
Oh, yeah, they're all hit. They're all hit.
Dog, the pressure's on. It's on you, Andrew. You got to go first.
I got to
pick. Because I got to pick the fight that you don't pick.
Oh, okay. I got to think then.
It's just your 2 favorite bets.
Oh, well, I'm thinking about
2?
what
2 or 1?
I guess.
Well, 1, yeah, 1's fine.
Yeah, well, I'll just give one. I like. I'm just gonna give it out for fun. Tim Means. We'll go with Tim Means minus 185. I haven't bet it yet, but
No, it's got to be plus money. 185.
Oh, I got
No,
to
it
give it plus.
doesn't have to be plus money. What about you, Chadwick? What are you
Bro,
creaming
we're
over?
going Tim Means money line. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm asking yours, not his, mate. You don't have to worry about his play.
All right, we'll do Wonder Boy finish only plus 200.
Yeah, you're giving us a parlay that's going to push. Come on, mate. Like, that's just
What?
He gave you
What a-
one that's going to probably.
what a cop out. What a cop. You're just basically eliminating your leg out of the parlay when it
I'm going to
pushes.
give you a voucher.
He's like, hopefully it pushes, guys. Holy shit!
If I give
I don't
you
want to bust the parlay. So here's the safety.
hold on. If I give you a plus money that pushes, what did you get?
Nothing.
Wait. Steve, I agree. Alex Sub is plus 1,000. Where can you buy the? Sportsbet. Right, Sportsbet's the goat book, but they're the first to limit me, unfortunately. Chris, the Dogfather chasing chalk, classic. Dog.
Hey, Chris is on your ass, bro. Chris does not respect you as a man. It's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna
He
do.
DMs me. He's like, Dogfather is a bitch. He say he doesn't even pay child support. It's crazy.
He broke.
All right, this is what I'm doing, lads. I'm doing Wonder Boy.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Okay, yep. I'm doing Tisha Payton, and I'm doing Tim Means. That's the parlay. That's hitting.
Wait, no, I said finish only.
Yeah, I'm ignoring it. I don't want that gas finish only.
Well, then you can't blame me if it doesn't hit, bitch.
What if he gets knocked out? I can blame you. I can say you would have lost anyway.
Yeah, of course.
All right, the same shit. Sure. I actually do think he's liable to get knocked out by Buckley because it's coming. Coming.
Pierce is in the chat and he's not in here. That's coward Pierce. Oh,
he's shy.
I told him to come through, and it would have been good karma for his, losing streak.
You think? I don't think he's getting good karma from us three, to be honest.
How long do you give Dogfather to buck? Honestly, bro.
Dog will piece you up, bro.
Man.
He's built
between who? Me and Chad?
Hit the real bicep.
If they're not testing, yeah, Dog's gonna piece you up. Chad has the most natural. Hit the real bite on Twitter.
Hit the real bite. Let's see what's going on right here.
Very, very natural to me, Chad. That looks very natural to me. Good job. You're very natty.
Oh, come on. That's not bad. Come on, Andrew. Come on.
That's pretty solid, dude.
Like, I'm listen, this is 6 months back into working out, bro. Let me get back into this shit. I'm fully natty. I drink too much. I got a big fucking forearm. Let me cook, bro. If I stop drinking, I stop having Hep C sex with Steve's mother. I swear to God, bro, they don't want to see me cook. I'm about to be out here lean as fuck. God, don't let me get hot. NTT, you a bitch. None of your sub bets this week. NTT has no submission bets this week. This is the week of the sub. Smash sub bets. 2-3.
That's a bit strange.
Yeah,
that's some nasty shadow mic.
Oh my God, what is that?
Yeah, right. I'm just putting this.
I think I just blew out my shoulder.
So that parlay is $6.50. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Plus $5.50. That's hitting, man. That's hitting.
That actually might hit.
All right, that's it. If you got nothing else to say, Doug, not Chad, I'm sure he has something to say. Then we're out of here. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, that's good. Leave a comment. Peace out.